Welcome back to another episode of the Christion Kirkley Show. And today we're going to be talking about how to increase your income in 5 steps. So, first of all, number 1 is mindset. So, you have to change the way you think about money. So, we are usually taught growing up that money is bad. There's a mistaken verse in the Bible that says money is the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil, not money itself. You can have a lot of money, but not love it. Because whenever you have a lot of money, you have the ability to have a lot of purpose, a lot of impact, a lot of freedom. Those things aren't evil. Money is opportunity. So you have to reframe your mind, right? We have a lot of self-sabotage. We have a lot of guilt that comes around money. A lot of the times, whenever we get to a certain point, we knock ourselves back down. And then people don't like talking about money. Whenever you get comfortable talking about money, you attract that money to you. And what I mean by that is whenever you get comfortable with having conversations about finances, you become more knowledgeable about finances and you show others you're knowledgeable about finances. That attracts others towards you. That's the law of attraction. You start to learn more about money and finances. And just really changing your mindset in that way and becoming more comfortable and reframing your mind with an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset. Those are all great ways to change your mindset for the better, to have more money, which equals more freedom, more opportunity, and more security for yourself and your family. As a Christian, I believe that we should provide for our family. There's actually a verse in Timothy that talks about a man who does not provide for his family and for people in his household. It's pretty much a bad thing, right? So in that verse, they say provide. They mean also spiritually, but I also think they mean provide security, safety, and a good life for them. And I think it's just a really good thing to be able to provide for your family. Number 2 is going to be increasing your knowledge. So whenever you increase your knowledge, you increase your ability to earn money. So think of it like a bucket. You have this cup here. If your knowledge, let's say, only holds this cup, then you're only going to be able to take in this amount of money and opportunity. But once you get a bigger cup and you increase your knowledge by learning about different aspects of finance, you're able to take in more opportunity, more abundance. An example would be just learning the basics, right? So reading books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Grant Sabateur, Financial Freedom, and even the mindset books like Think and Grow Rich, and just hopping on YouTube. Instead of listening to music in your car 100% of the time, maybe try to supplement 15 minutes of the day, 5 minutes of the day with an Audible. Audible actually has a free credit, a free book whenever you first download it. And they have a lot of really good stuff on there. If you do the membership, you get 1 credit a month. Make it a challenge for yourself to listen to 1 finance book a month. You don't have to do it all the time. I will say once you start learning about finance and money, you're going to become more interested, and it's going to become like a snowball. It's kind of like whenever you work out, right? They say fitness is the gateway drug to success. Once you start working out, you become addicted to working out and taking care of yourself. You don't want to be addicted to making money, but myself, I'm addicted to knowledge and learning personally. And money is just one aspect of the things that I like to learn. I mostly listen to history. I love history, psychology, things like that. I'd say probably 70% of my listening and reading is history because I'm huge into that. But also, I'd say the other 30% is mostly finance, different things like that. Whenever you increase your knowledge, it's going to attract others to you. And what I mean by that is if you increase your knowledge, you're increasing your value. So if you walk into a room with high value individuals and you don't know what you're talking about, they're not going to value you. Whenever you start increasing your knowledge, not only do others start to value you more, you start to value yourself more, which becomes a a confirming belief, and it becomes a very beautiful cycle. You believe in yourself, you're more comfortable and more confident. Others see that in you. They say you don't see yourself how you see yourself. You see yourself how you think others see you, right? So think about that. You see yourself how you think others see you. So if I'm walking around thinking, okay, other people see me in a positive light, I'm going to see myself in a positive light. If I'm walking around thinking people see me in a negative light, then I'm going to see myself in a negative light. That's just how it is. It's human nature. We're social creatures. We're social animals. As cool as it is to be the lone wolf, right? We need other people, right? And whenever you increase your knowledge, you increase your ability to impact the world positively. Number 3 is going to be increasing your network. As you know, they say your network is your net worth. You are generally, in wealth terms, the average of the 5 people that you hang around most. It's really simple calculation. If you aren't happy with your net worth, then hang out with people that have a higher net worth, essentially. I'm not saying cut off your friends. I'm saying spend more time with people who are wealthy and are aligned with what you want to be. If you're around crabs all the time, crabs in a bucket, whenever one crab tries to get out, the other crabs will pull it back down. And eventually, if that crab keeps trying to get out, they'll cut off its leg. Right? We all have crabs in our life. You just want to separate yourself from the crabs immediately. And then you have people that are lukewarm and on the edge. Don't necessarily cut those people off, but you want to limit your time with those people. If those people don't align with where you want to be, you have every right not to hang out with that person, right? Like, I have good friends that I grew up with that I still love, but I don't hang out with them very much because they are not the kind of people that I want to surround myself with. I like to hang out with people that I look up to and that make me a better person. And there's nothing wrong with that. Also, with increasing your network, you're going to increase your opportunity flow. You're going to get more deals. You're going to have more people bring good opportunities into your life. It's really simple. Wealthy people help each other out. A good wealthy person will help out other people outside of their network, but wealthy people look out for each other in terms of, like, if you have a good network of wealthy people, that it's like a brotherhood or like a mastermind alliance. They're going to send you the best deals. They're going to, if they can't do it themselves, or they're going to partner with you on, hey man, I got this opportunity. They're going to build each other up because iron sharpens iron. You can't have a butter knife sharpen a sword, right? If you're a sword and you're around butter knives, you're eventually going to become a butter knife. You're going to be dull. If you want to be an eagle, stop hanging around pigeons. With eagles, if they have ravens and crows and things like that bugging them and pecking at them, they'll actually fly up to an altitude to where those birds can't even fly. So you have to be an eagle and elevate above all of the pigeons, all of the ravens, all the crows. And those ravens and crows and pigeons, so whenever you get back into that elevation, they're going to start, dive bombing you, picking at you, all those things. But that's okay. You just keep going. You rise up. You keep on flying. But yeah, chickens don't hang out with eagles. Pigeons don't hang out with eagles. It is what it is. And if an eagle keeps hanging out with a pigeon, it'll eventually start acting like a pigeon. It really is that simple. So, number 3, increase your network, and you will increase your net worth and your income. When you increase your knowledge, you open yourself to the opportunity flow. And what I mean by that is there's a constant opportunity flow. There's opportunities all around us constantly. And whenever you're able to realize those opportunities and take advantage of those, you put yourself in a good position. An example of this would be knowing what a good deal on a rental property is, or a good deal to buy a stock, right? If you don't know the basics and you're not taking action and you're not trying to learn, then you're closing yourself off from the opportunity flow. Usually the more you know, the more you grow. Remember that one. All right. Number 4, increase your action. Take action. Stop overthinking everything. Stop planning. Take steps. Get off your butt. Will Smith says this. I really like it. Fail forward. And you need to, whenever you fail, you need to learn from your failure. Don't just keep stumbling and doing the same thing over and over again. with taking action, never risk more than you're willing to lose. What I mean by that, let's say you bet $500 on a new company, right? Well, if you know that that $500 is going to pay for your next important bill, you might want to cut that down to like $250. Or for a property, a flip. Say you find a good deal, it needs $10K to close this deal. Well, you know that $10K, losing that would put you in a really bad spot. Okay, maybe find a partner, maybe negotiate the deal a little bit more down. Number 5, increase your giving and increase your purpose. This is the most important one because you have to ask yourself, why am I working? Why am I accumulating? Why am I putting in effort into these things? It's so that you have purpose. We're not here to be happy. We are here for purpose and for meaning and to get things done. Whether that be spiritually, spreading the word, being nice to people, loving God and loving others. That's the big commandment that Christ gave us. But you also have to think about the end goal when you're working. If you don't have kids, think about providing a good life for your children. That's your responsibility as a man to provide for your wife and your family and for the community. There's people out there that need you. They need you to work. They need you to work hard. They need you to earn so that you can provide and so that you can make an impact and a difference. There's billions of people starving right now. There's so many accomplishments that are left undone. And money and income is pretty much the grease to the engine. It's the oil to the vehicle for you to be able to achieve your goals, right? It's a tool at the end of the day. It's a means to an end. And back to the 5th point, increase your giving and your purpose to increase your income. Money is a byproduct of purpose. So if you're just chasing money, you are chasing the byproduct. A byproduct is something that is a secondary. It's a secondary effect of a primary action. And think of condensation with a cold cup of water on a hot day, right? That condensation is a byproduct of the cold water in the heat. So money is the same thing. Whenever you're pursuing something that's worth something and has value and has meaning, and you're giving to other people, money will flow. It's even biblical, Whenever you give, God opens you up to many opportunities. So if you think of it like this, there's the opportunity flow. The opportunity flow and giving go hand in hand. So if you are closed off and you're a closed lid, God's trying to pour into you, but your garden, your money and your garden, everything, and you're just closed and you've got a scarcity mindset. Well, you're closing yourself off to the opportunity flow. But if you're open and you have an abundance mindset, I'm going to give 500 here. I'm going to give $50 there. I'm going to help this person out. I'm going to give my time, even if you don't have a lot of money, give your time. Well, others are going to give to you because that's just the laws of nature. That's how the universe works. That's how God has structured things. Whenever you give to others, money and opportunity will flow to you, and you shouldn't just give for that. But even the most altruistic person on earth, let's say even Mother Teresa, she gave for a selfish reason. People usually give for selfish reasons. They give so that they can feel good about themselves. That's one of the reasons, and it's the right thing to do as well. But no one gives 100% just because it's altruistic and, it's the right thing to do. Part of giving is because, hey, I want to feel like I'm doing the right thing. I want to feel good about myself. And yeah, that's just being honest and transparent. You got to think about it. God, even whenever he made us to worship him. So if you think about it like this, if you give with the thought in mind, like, hey, I'm going to give, but I know that my giving, I'm planting a seed and I'm putting my rewards up in heaven, right? So that's called the profit motive. So whenever you're doing the right thing, you're giving, you're following your purpose, your passion, and everything like that. Don't only think about here on earth, also think about spiritually. Like, okay, cool. I know that I'm storing my treasures in heaven by pouring into other people, by giving to other people, by being a good person. And you might not see all of those profits and all of the treasure here on earth, right? It might be in the next life. Like, you best believe, like Cabrini and Mother Teresa and all these, Saint Paul and all these people that did like excellent things, they had their eyes set on the treasure above. And I think that's what we should do as well, honestly. But yeah, just to summarize and recap, 5 ways to increase your income. It's going to be number 1, increase your mindset, increase your way that you actually think about money, increase your knowledge. Number 2, number 3, increase your network. Your network is your net worth. Number 4, increase your action. And number 5, increase your giving and your purpose.